Heimlich maneuver is very important because it is a very simple, life-saving tool that almost anyone can perform. Usually we'll see some kind of indication out there, usually the hands close to the throat, or they start hitting their own chest because they're trying to clear out whatever's been stuck in their throat. First thing we want to try is 5 back blows to see if we can dislodge that object with a simple back blow. But one of the things with a back blow is also having the person slightly bend a little bit. And usually you're going to try to get that palm somewhere probably right around between the center of the shoulder blades, trying to get kind of a blow going so that we're getting a nice solid kind of hit on them, trying to help dislodge that object. If you cannot get it to come up, then we can switch to the true Heimlich maneuver, which is placing ourselves behind the person. Try to use your finger to feel for the navel, and then when I find the navel or the belly button, I will put my fist just above that belly button, and I know that I'm below my sternum, which is right here, and I can feel that sternum. So I'm in a real good spot right there. And then I'm going to take my fist, make a fist, I'm going to cover it with the other hand, and I'm going to use that to do my abdominal thrusts. We're trying to use the diaphragm that's inside the body to try to use that air inside the body to try to get that up, get that object dislodged. As we're doing this thrust, even if we get that object up, afterwards, we should still have that person either get some kind of checkout even by EMS or even consult with their physician. A lot of people will dislodge that object and say they're fine, but we're doing an abdominal thrust. And so, we can cause some bruising or something like that. So we need to be aware of that. Babies are similar, but a little bit different. One of the things with babies that we also kind of teach in our CPR is a choking child, because the throat is much smaller, so it's more common for that. But what we do is we try to support the head and the neck. If we can do it in a seated position, that's great, to where we can use our arm to give as much support to the child as we can. And then we do very similar, trying to do some back thrusts and try to dislodge that object. Being alone, the technique that a person can use for themselves is actually to use a chair. Hopefully a nice solid chair, a kitchen chair. This one happens to be short, but they can do the same placement of their body right there. Same thing between the navel and the sternum, and basically do their own thrusts on the chair to try to dislodge that object, and it will work. Well, there's great information out on the website, out on the CDC's website. John Hopkins has some great videos out there on that, as well as part of the classes that we teach with CPR. In some of those classes, we teach those here at the health department.